I'm still here, just kind of hanging out in the sidelines, watching watching our world burn. Every time I open the apps, all I see is negativity and escalation and fear mongering. And honestly, I just can't take it. Like, I can't be on the app and see all this and still go about my day thinking it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna have a happy, good old day. It's not working like that for me. Like, there's too much murder, there's too much bad shit, and then with my content, I almost felt like I was just giving you guys brain rot. Like, here's some dumb shit, funny stuff that you could watch that I thought of, and I don't know. For the past month and a half now that I've been MIA, I guess, I've just really been questioning my value in the content in which I bring, and in that has brought me down a big depression spiral. Down I go. And the state of the world doesn't help that either. My daughter having diabetes doesn't help that either. Her roller coaster of blood sugar doesn't make that easier. The economy going down the shitter doesn't make it easier. My job being so economy based that if people aren't buying shit, I don't really have work to do. So that really sucks. And I fear that 2026, it's going to be really rough. Like, really, really rough. And it's like, I really want to make content again. I fucking love making content. I love my favorite part, editing. I don't even know why. Fucking love it. Takes the longest. Love editing. I love seeing what I can come up with, what I can create. It's just, I get overwhelmed. I've been doing this project I did it for 9 months. And in that, I really hoped I would have like some sort of foot in the door in terms of doing stuff for my company or finding a partner out there who wants to collaborate or just finding somebody who would be willing to give feedback and work together or just something along those lines. I think I have about 2 that I can really think of fans that have like kind of kept up with me, encouraged me, and I appreciate those people than they even realize. Like, and even though I'm still haven't got back to posting content, I'll get there. I'll get there. But I need to find something. There's too much stuff going on in my house that for me to find like a safe place to record. Like and honestly, all I gotta say is no one cares. I want people to care, but the internet's a double edged, double, double edged sword. So you're supposed to do it because it's fun, but I also need people to engage or whatnot so I can see how to grow. And I just haven't been seeing any of that, at least not in the way that I've thought I'd be seeing. And if 2025 has taught me anything, sadly, it's that the value in which I bring is not there. It doesn't seem like, it just doesn't seem like I'm doing a very good job. And communication has never been my strong suit whatsoever. Like, I can talk to myself all day long, all day long. The second I'm in front of another person, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to respond appropriately. I want to talk about stuff, but I don't know how to talk about stuff because I don't know how to bring it up without feeling weird because my brain just goes to nobody cares. No one gives a shit. Why would you talk about that? They don't want anything to do with you. So my brain is a weird place. Not a fan of my brain, but it gets me by. I try to make light of situations. I try to make a joke in everything because I'm massively depressed. And the only way for me to keep going is my daughter and to keep laughing. If I can't find something to laugh at or laugh it off of, I'm just going to keep going down. And sure, I've gotten better at figuring out how to emotionally navigate the waters that I'm in, but it's still not a very good place when all I all I wanted was to find someone to collaborate with or find people that enjoyed me as a person and not so much what I can give them. So I'm hoping for 2026 that I can get my shit together, get better at editing, find a partner to collab in, and narrow down my niche. Because my niche right now is so random. I want to say stuff that's important. I want to give you guys stuff that's important. But I also want you to feel something. I want you to laugh. I want you to cry. I want you to feel something on the information that I'm able to provide. And I just don't know if I have information, even though I'm like constantly watching stuff, constantly up to date with the news and the murders and the trial. Like, and maybe that's the issue. Is I'm trying to keep up, but there's so much information that I just don't feel like I am rehearsed enough to give that information. Now, even though I have been gone for a month and a half, I haven't been doing nothing. So I will say that I have started to read more again. So that's been super cool. I've read 2 books so far. Well, 1.5 really. I'm still on the second one. But the first one, right, was The Silent Dominion. Now, technically, it says I'm not really supposed to talk about this book, so I don't really know what I'm allowed to talk about other than pretty interesting book. Not bad. It's called The Silent Dominion by Damien Cross. Just kind of tells you about like the inner workings of the system, and but if you're kind of already into like all this kind of stuff, it kind of further confirms what you were kind of already know what's going on. Then I started reading this book called Hail Mary by Andy Weir. Weir? Not sure. 1, 2. Super good book. About halfway through so far. Ugh, good page turner. Very sciencey. So if you're into sciencey stuff and how sciencey stuff works, this is for you. If you love space and space exploration and possible aliens, woo, this one's for you. Now, I got this book for Christmas called Interesting Stories for Curious People. Now, I will say, I like this book. However, I consider this book more of like a book that edges you. You're like, oh, that was good. Because it'll give you a story, but they're literally like a page long. So like a page long, and there's hundreds of them. They tell you just the gist of the story. It hooks you, and then it's on to the next one. You're like, whoa, why'd you do that? So I'm like, it edges you. So not bad. But this fun find that I found yesterday, we went to a cool antique store. I found this book called Visualized Physics from 1953. It literally just tells you the way things work, and it kind of gives you a visual representation of said physics. Now that is a super cool find. So I was like, I haven't not been doing anything. I've just kind of pushed myself away from social because it was just taking me down a route that I wasn't a fan of. I was getting upset. I was getting short. Like, filming was frustrating me because I don't know how to make like fast ones. My brain is just like, it's got to have this angle, and then you're trying to do this with this and this and this and this. And I get overwhelmed just by that aspect because I've never been like a director. I've never been a producer. I've never been a writer. Well, that's not true. I've written before, but not in this aspect. So doing it all and trying to make fun editing is it's a lot. And when no one around me wants to help, I don't know. It just makes it seem like my stuff isn't really worthy when no one around me cares what I do. So I was hoping strangers, which I guess that's on me. But yeah, I plan to be back, but that's where I'm at in my head and what I really hope for in 2026. So yeah, see you guys around.